Hey there, it's Mrs. Ferris from Wood Library with my friend Shrinking Violet, and right now it's time for Twos, our special story program for toddlers. Now, we've had some really crazy weather lately. We've had really warm days and days so cold it snowed, and we've had lots of rain. So we're going to have some stories about spring weather, and we're going to start with one called Splat. This is written by Amy Gibson with pictures by Steve Borkman, and it's published by Scholastic. And look what she's doing. That's a fun thing to do in the rain, is to stand outside and stick out your tongue and catch the raindrops. Can you stick out your tongue? We're going to hear lots of sounds in this story. I sing a little rain song, a simple song, a plain song, a pitter-patter, tip-tap on the window pane song. Pip, 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 drippy, drop, drop, drip. Tip, tap, pit, pat, pitter, patter, split, splat. Splishy, sploshy, wishy, washy, drip, drip, drop. I sing a little mud song, a puddle song, a muddle song. Doesn't that look like fun? A no shoes, toe ooze, slip, slap, and thud song. Splish, sploosh, squash, squoosh, oochie, sploochy, woochie, whoosh. Slip, slop, ker, plop. Mucka, mucka, chucka, wucka, splish, splash, sploosh. I sing a little sun song, a fun song, a run song. A cloud's gone, green lawn, raining is all done song. Swish, 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 swish. Swishy, swash, wish, wash. I don't know if you can see all the mud flying off the dog's tail as he's wagging it back and forth. Tickle, wiggle, wriggle, giggle, hop, skip, back flip, thump, jump, rump, bump. Skip, flip, flop. I sing a little rain song, a mud song, a sud song, a cloud cry, mud pie, blue sky song. And you know what comes next? A bath with lots and lots of bubbles. All right, should we do a finger play? Which one should we do? Should we have our monkeys jumping on the bed? That's always a good one. I've got my 5 little monkeys who were jumping on the bed. When one fell off, well, he bumped his head. So his mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So, can you show me 4 fingers? 4 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So 3 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So that means 2 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So his mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." So 2 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." So how many are left? Did you say 1? That's how many I have. 1 little monkey is jumping on the bed. When she fell off, well, she bumped her head. Her mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." So let's get another story. And let's see here. This is one called Mr. Gumpy's Outing. No, Mr. Gumpy's Motor Car. Excuse me, there are 2 books about Mr. Gumpy. But this is the one that has the rain in it. It's written and illustrated by John Burningham and published by Thomas Y. Crowell. You see the dark clouds coming in? It's going to rain. Mr. Gumpy was going for a ride in his car. He drove out the gate and down the lane. "May we come too?" said the children. "May we?" said the rabbit, the cat, the dog, the pig, the sheep, the chickens, the calf, and the goat. "All right," said Mr. Gumpy, "but it will be a squash." And they all piled in. "It's a lovely day," said Mr. Gumpy. "Let's take the old dirt road across the fields." For a while they drove along happily. The sun shone, the engine chugged, and everyone was enjoying the ride. "Oh, I don't like the look of those clouds. I think it's going to rain," said Mr. Gumpy. And very soon, the dark clouds were right overhead. Mr. Gumpy stopped the car. He jumped out, put up the top, and then down came the rain. The road grew muddier and muddier, and the wheels began to spin. Mr. Gumpy looked at the hill ahead. "Some of you will have to get out and push," he said. "Oh, not me. I'm too old," said the goat. "Not me," said the calf. "I'm too young." "Not us," said the chickens. "We can't push." "Not me," said the sheep. "I might catch cold." "Not me," said the pig. "I've a bone in my trotter." "Not me," said the dog. "But I'll drive if you like." "Not me," said the cat. "It would ruin my fur." "Not me," said the rabbit. "I'm not very well." "Not me," said the girl. "He's bigger." "Not me," said the boy. "She's stronger." I think I mixed that up. Well, the wheels churned. Do you see the mud coming out? Oh. The car sank deeper into the mud. "Now we're really stuck," said Mr. Gumpy. So they all got out and pushed. They pushed and shoved and heaved and strained and gasped and slipped and slithered and squelched, and slowly, slowly the car began to move. "Don't stop," said Mr. Gumpy. "Keep it up, we're nearly there." Everyone gave a mighty heave. The tires gripped, and the car edged its way to the top of the hill. They looked up and saw that the sun was shining again, and it began to get hot. "We'll drive home across the bridge," said Mr. Gumpy. "Then you can go for a swim." And they did. And after a while, it was time to go home. "Goodbye," said Mr. Gumpy. "Come for a drive another day." There they are, all going home. And Mr. Gumpy's waving from his door. Sounds like it was a fun ride. Even if they did get wet and muddy, it was nice to be able to wash it all off. All right, so let's do another finger play. Why don't we do one about, maybe the ducks? They like to get wet. Can you put up your 5 fingers and pretend each one is a baby duck? And we'll make a mama duck with her other hand. 5 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 quack. But only 4 little ducks came back. 4 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 quack. But only 3 little ducks came back. 3 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 quack. But only 2 little ducks came back. 2 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 quack. But only 1 little duck came back. 1 little duck went out one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 quack. But none of the 5 little ducks came back. So the sad mother duck went out that day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 quack. And all of the 5 little ducks came back, and the mama was so happy to see them. Do you know what she did? She gave each one of them a great big kiss. And the ducklings were so happy to see their mama, they kissed her back. All right, well, let's have one more book about the rain. This is called The Mushroom in the Rain, kind of a classic story by Mirra Ginsburg, with pictures by Jose Arguello and Arian Dewey. It is published by Macmillan. There's a rain cloud. It's covering the sun and getting darker. One day, an ant was caught in the rain. Oh, where can I hide? He wondered. He saw a tiny mushroom peeking out of the ground in a clearing, so he hid under it. He sat there waiting for the rain to stop, but the rain came down harder and harder. A wet butterfly crawled up to the mushroom. Oh, cousin ant, let me come in from the rain. I am so wet I cannot fly. Well, how can I let you in? Said the ant. There is barely enough room for one. Oh, it doesn't matter, said the butterfly. Better crowded than wet. So the ant moved over and made room for the butterfly. And the rain came down harder and harder. Then a mouse ran up. Let me in under the mushroom. I'm drenched to the bone. Oh, how can we let you in? There is no more room here. Oh, just move a little closer. So they huddled together and let the mouse in. And the rain came down and would not stop. A little sparrow hopped up to the mushroom crying, oh, my feathers are dripping. My wings are so tired. Let me in under the mushroom to dry out and rest until the rain stops. Oh, but there is no room here, they said. Oh, please, move over just a little. So they moved over, and there was room enough for the sparrow. Do you see them all under there? Then a rabbit hopped into the clearing and saw the mushroom. Oh, hide me, he cried. Save me, a fox is chasing me. Oh, poor rabbit, said the ant. Let's crowd ourselves a little more and take him in. And they did. Can't believe there was room. But as soon as they hid the rabbit, the fox came running. Have you seen the rabbit? Which way did he go? He asked. We haven't seen him, they said. The fox came nearer and sniffed. There's a rabbit smell around. Is he hiding here? Oh, you silly fox. How could a rabbit get in here? Don't you see? There isn't any room. The fox turned up his nose, flicked his tail, and ran off. And by then, the rain was over and the sun was looking out from behind the clouds. And everyone came out from under the mushroom, bright and merry. You can barely see them there, can you? Well, the ant looked at his neighbors and said, "How could this be? At first, I had hardly room enough under the mushroom just for myself. And in the end, all 5 of us were able to sit under it." Somebody laughed loudly behind them, and they turned and saw a fat green frog sitting on top of the mushroom, just shaking his head at them. He laughed. "Don't you know what happens to a mushroom in the rain?" And he hopped away, still laughing. While the ant, the butterfly, the mouse, the sparrow, and the rabbit looked at one another, and then at the mushroom. And suddenly, they knew. They knew why there was room enough under the mushroom for them all. Do you know? Can you guess what happens to a mushroom in the rain? It grows. And there they all are. Happy to have used that mushroom for an umbrella. Well, can you wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes? Wiggle your shoulders, and how about your nose? Can you wiggle your elbows and slap your knees and then stretch your arms? Oh, and get ready, please, because we're going to finish up with a quick song on the flannel board. In fact, I think, let me just see which way I have to turn it for this one, because there's a part of this that's rather tall. I guess we can do it this way. But we need to put this on here. Do you know what that is? I bet you have one on your house. This is a drain spout or a water spout. It connects up to the gutter that runs along the edge of a house, and all the rain that falls down comes right down through that. Let's see if we've got all of our pieces here. All right. Do you see what that is? That's a spider. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain. Do you know what's coming? Let's put the raindrops up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And wash the spider out. Out came the sun, and it dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Whoop! And those are our stories for rainy weather here today. Thank you for watching, and we hope that you'll join us again when it's time for twos here at Wood Library. Bye-bye.